there are bits of work that are identified in the current IPAP, which we believe will lay an important foundation for new phases of industrial development in the years ahead. And the first of these is in the area of minerals beneficiation. Now, we've long talked about this minerals beneficiation as something which we need to achieve. And I think myself that we need to identify minerals beneficiation in two senses. First of all, it is important that we add more value to mineral products before we export them, even if we don't use those mineral products in any manufacturing processes in South Africa. The other side of it is that we need to create a new competitive advantage for manufacturing in South Africa, a new long-term competitive advantage. We used to sell South Africa as a destination for manufacturing based on cheap energy. You could come here and you could have the cheapest electricity in the world. Well, we can no longer offer that, for reasons I'm sure that we all understand. We can no longer offer that. So what is the long-term competitive advantage that we can create? And I think that it really is access to industrial minerals. And by access to industrial minerals, we don't mean you can buy it at the London Metal Exchange price or at the import parity price, but we mean that it must be available in the form that is required for downstream manufacturing and also at a price which is competitive. And I know from engagements across the world, if we can score this, we can score many, many more industrial investments in this country. Now, what we are proposing in this IPAP is that we do a piece of work and identify 5 value chains, industrial mineral value chains. This will be very much linked to the work which the Department of Mineral Resources is doing on the amendments to the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Development Act. Basically, what we need to do is to identify the opportunities as well as the regulatory requirements to realize those opportunities in particular value chains. Let me mention just one as an example, platinum. The platinum price globally is, as everybody knows, is below what it was 6 to 8 months ago. If anybody thinks that we can return quickly to a commodity super cycle, I think you're betting on a horse that many people think is going to end up in the patty burgers that you're going to eat. I think that's not a very smart move. What we need to do, though, is we need to use this resource that we have for a whole range of activities, from jewelry to catalytic converters and exhaust systems, and even to high-tech products like cell fuel manufacturing, including cell fuel manufacturing of small power generating plants. So we think that the first pillar that we need to build industrial development moving further forward is on realizing the benefits and opportunities that arise from the fact that we are a mineral producing country and an industrial mineral producing country through beneficiation.
Industrialization is central because it provides the best long-term basis for raising productivity and growth and for creating sustainable jobs, not only in manufacturing, but also in all the support sectors, service sectors, agriculture, and mining. We cannot hope to develop if we continue to rely so heavily on commodity exports. True, in a commodity boom like that of the past few years, we will see growth. But when commodity prices fall, as we've seen in the last 12 months, that growth proves deeply vulnerable. That's why we need a more balanced economy with a much bigger portion of the value add made up of manufacturing. And the failure to do that is a core reason why, a century and a half after the first gold mines opened, we still remain a society with such enormous challenges of joblessness, and poverty. If it were easy to shift from a commodity economy to an industrial society, of course, it would have happened already. But economies develop path dependencies, where the institutions, the infrastructure, the regulations, the skills, the knowledge systems emerge to support existing industries, and they cannot simply shift to encourage new activities. They require policy coherence, policy interventions. That is what IPAP is about.